Perry High in Baltimore experienced a school shooting. And what's incredible about this is it's become all too commonplace. It barely got any press attention. And it was basically a 15-year-old student who opened fire at the cafeteria. He wounded one of his peers. However, after shooting a couple times, one of the administrators there, actually a counselor, was able to pin him against a vending machine and stop him from firing any other shots. And he is in custody. They don't know what his motives are. The press did talk to his father, and his father said that he has been a victim of bullying, and that could be part of the motive. But guidance counselor Jesse Wasmer, I must say, that is a very courageous thing to do. I don't know what I would do in that situation as an administrator or a teacher. I would be scared for my life. But a lot of the students actually thought that this 15-year-old was like popping a bag or something. And then when they heard more shots, they realized, oh my God, there's a school shooting, and they started running to the front of the school. Yeah, you hear that in almost every case of shootings. Like people, they hear the sounds in TV and in video games. When they hear it in real life, it's not the same, and they almost never recognize it as gunfire in the beginning. But I do agree that what the guidance counselor did was pretty impressive. Like, we all say, oh, you know, if there was a shooting, like I like to think I'd be brave enough that I would just pin him down or something like that. But let's say you grab the shotgun, and it was a shotgun, which is even scarier. You grab the shotgun, and he reaches and pulls out a pistol or something like that. Yeah. Are you ready to shoot him before he shoots you? It's an incredibly scary situation. Absolutely. I don't think that I would have the courage to pin him down. I would be too afraid that he would shoot me. Or the upper body strength. Or the oh my God, upper body strength of me as a 26-year-old versus a 15-year-old. There's no comparison. I mean, the 15-year-old would kick my ass. But I'm glad that no one got hurt. As I said, this has become too common. Where it's barely news now. It's barely even news, and I feel like every week now there's another big shooting, and something needs to be done. And I know people will make the argument that gun control doesn't work because criminals don't follow the rules, but if you get rid of something as simple as the gun show loopholes, where people go and without any kind of background check, they can purchase as many guns as they want. If you just get rid of that, I'm sure it'll have a little more than you think in terms of an impact, because it'll at least get some guns out of circulation. And we need to do something. Obviously, the system that we have now isn't working. And let's bear in mind, they say, you know, well, the criminals will still get guns. This kid's not some hardened criminal who is like going down to like the streets of Detroit and buying a handgun. The shotgun was almost certainly just in his house because his parents, who we have to imagine are big fans of guns, they had a carved relief of a gun, I think, on the door, and a sign that says, "We don't call 911. We get other people to call 911 based on what our family members do, but we don't call them." So I agree. A little bit of gun control, maybe in cases like this where they're not hardened criminals, they just have access to guns, we might be able to ward off a little bit of this violence.